Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers. Will Susan Banks find who shot EJ DiMera? Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers. April 21st to May 2nd. Sarah exposed, Kate mad and Amp, Susan stresses. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers. April 21st to May 2nd, 2025, see the return of Susan Banks. EJ's mama eventually makes it back to Salem just in time for her son's awakening. Will she be suitable to use her psychic capacities to dig out the mean person who tried to kill Elvis Jr.? Plus, will he be suitable to flash back who pulled the detector? Next, Chad DiMera and Kat Green host a successful sanitarium fundraiser. Will the event bring them closer together? Kat and Chad may couple up by the week's end. Eventually, Chanel Dupree and Johnny DiMera get the green light to borrow Sophia Choi's baby. But will the pregnant teen do commodity to hold on to Tate Black after they put their baby up for relinquishment on the NBC Peacock exclusive? Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers. Psychic Susan Banks returns to Salem. Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers. See the return of Susan Banks. She can't believe someone tried to kill her son, EJ DiMera, again. Susan knows EJ saw who shot him. Also, she encourages her slow son to shoot her a telepathic communication about who pulled the detector. Farther, Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers indicate that EJ wakes up from his coma while Susan Banks is by his bedside. Will Susan see that her baby boy suffers from amnesia from the night he was shot? His evidence is crucial in working the near-fatal shooting. However, will Susan use her psychic capability to break the crime? If EJ can't remember. Additionally, Susan Banks may be around to learn that her grandson Johnny DiMera and his woman Chanel Dupree will be espousing Sophia Choi's baby when it arrives. Prepare for a wild lift when Susan returns to Days and Salem on Monday, April 21st, 2025. Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers. Chad DiMera and Amp, Kat Green's hospital fundraiser. Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers revealed that Chad DiMera and Kat Green host the Salem University Hospital fundraiser this week. The Brace has been working non-stop, organizing the event for the floundering medical installation. The review editor and office adjunct look forward to a successful event. Also, sparks may fly between the Brace during the fundraiser. Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers report that Chad's son Thomas is back on the oil. Will he encourage his pater to date the suitable golden woman? The child has no idea that she formerly impersonated his dead mama. Yet, he may see the same kindness that Abigail Devereaux transuded. Numerous Days suckers have mixed passions about a Kat Green/Chad DiMera coupling. After all, she did try to trick him into believing she was Abby. Plus, her Croker family wanted to kill Chad. Their only saving grace was that Clyde Weston forced the siblings to do the heinous effects to save their mama. Watch for Kat and Chad's fundraiser this week on the long-running NBC Cleaner. Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers. Chanel Dupree and Amp, Johnny DiMera's dreams come true. Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers discover that Chanel Dupree and Johnny DiMera are agitated about their forthcoming relinquishment. It's been a long road for the couple. First, Sophia Choi and Tate Black were on board with the relinquishment. Still, the pregnant teen's mama put a halt to the relinquishment addresses. Amy Choi allowed her grandchild would be unsafe around Johnny's pater, EJ. After all, the day the couple went to the manse with Amy, Gabby Hernandez pulled a gun on the man. This week on Days of Our Lives, Chanel and Johnny are thrilled to learn that Sophia and Tate still want them to borrow their future baby. Still, will Sophia Choi try commodity to keep her grip on her crush, Tate Black? Some Cleaner watchers may suppose the teen mama still has a retired docket. Be on the lookout for Johnny and Chanel, April 21st to May 2nd, 2025, when they get the good news about the baby. Will it go as easily as they hope? Or will Sophia Choi pull a last nanosecond trick to hang on to Tate? Next, Kat Green and Chad DiMera hold a fun-filled fundraiser for the sanitarium. Will little Thomas DiMera see the sparks between his pater and the suitable golden? Eventually, Susan Banks returns to help her son find the shooter. Will her psychic capability lead her to the person who pulled the detector on Days? Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers. April 21st to May 2nd. Sarah exposed, Kate mad and Amp, Susan stresses. Days of Our Lives 2, week spoilers for April 21st to May 2nd, 2025. See Sarah Horton exposed, Kate Roberts frenetic, and Susan Banks stressing. Days of Our Lives spoilers: Kate's harsh words and Stacey Haydock's double duty. On Monday, April 21st, Kate has some harsh effects to say to her son, Rex Brady. It may be about EJ DiMera's firing and the effects he was talking about with Roman Brady. Bell Black and Philip Kiriakis make a oath, and it may be about helping each other make better choices in the future. However, that'd be kind of funny since Philip is one of the veritably bad choices from Bell's history, you know, if it is. Stacey Haydock is doing double duty this week as both Kristen DiMera and Susan, who returns for her cherished son EJ, who's still slow. Xander Cook, meanwhile, corners a couple. He wants the whole verity from Stephanie Johnson and Alex Kiriakis about what they know about Philip's falsehoods and duplicity. But it looks like he's going to get some verity, but not the whole verity. Gabby and Chad's carnival fundraiser drama: love, lies, and deals. Tuesday, April 22nd, Gabby Hernandez and Kat Green are drooling. Of course, Gabby's going to be over at the carnival fundraiser that Kat and Chad DiMera have been busy planning to try and save University Hospital. Johnny DiMera's feelings are each over the place on Tuesday's Days of Our Lives. He's doubtful how to feel, and that could be about his pater yes prognostic because EJ wakes up from his coma. It's just been a couple of weeks. That's not too bad in terms of cleaner coma times. You know, it can be a time. It could be 7 times if you're Bo Brady. So obviously, EJ knows who shot him, but how long until we all find out? Tate Black gets near to Sophia Choi, and soon he's going to ask her to the hop, and that might really bother Holly Jonas. But also again, she's the bone who ditched him. Days of Our Lives spoilers: fundraiser fun. Wednesday, April 23rd, it's time for the big sanitarium fundraiser. There's that transaction for Hot Guys and Lady Loves, and Caleb Brady is the one serving as the auctioneer, collecting all the plutocrat. Kat spends some time with Chad and his kitties, Thomas DiMera and Charlotte DiMera, and Chad notices there's commodity about formerly fake Abby Devereaux and the kitties. And it's kind of rubbing on his brain. Stephanie may wind up in a bidding war for Alex, who's over on the block because Gabby is bidding Dola $10,000 for one of the hunks up for transaction. So she may be doing that to rub Jack Jr. Devereaux's nose in their bifurcation because she enough much told him they're done over the whole murder dubitation thing. Also at the fundraiser, Xander is fighting with Philip. Easy to understand. I allowed, you know, Xander's obviously hurt by all this, but I really allowed. Philip made a veritably strong statement last week about how much he's come to watch for Xander. And hopefully that's going to sink by formerly the original wrathfulness kind of fades down from Xander, who for some reason takes off his shirt at the festival. Now, I don't know if they're going to auction off the shirt or they're going to put him up there. I mean, he's a wedded man, but I suppose most of the ladies in Salem still might want to bid at least to get a chance to touch the pecs. We'll see how it goes. New pens, marquee stories, and relationship fermentation on Days of Our Lives. Thursday, April 24th, now not only is this the first day of May reaches, but it's also the veritably first occasion written by the new head pens, Paula Quigley and Jean Marie Ford. Still, I'll just advise you to have a little bit of tolerance if you feel like this feels like the same stuff, because before they can get into their own new plot ideas, they've to tie up the bones that Carla left in play. I did see an interview with them lately. And one of the effects I kind of didn't like was they were talking about a marquee story coming for the end of the year. However, you may know I'm not a big addict of marquee stories, if you hear them regularly. And if you don't know what those are, it's principally a giant story that encompasses nearly everybody on the character oil. And these generally just kind of get messy and they get cumbrous, and I've always set up them to be largely unsatisfying no matter what cleaner attempts to do them. So we'll see how it goes. Days of Our Lives Kristen senses commodity. Also on Thursday, Kristen senses commodity a little strange, commodity off about EJ now that he's out of his coma. And we've got new Rachel Black with recast Alice Hawley in the part starting on Thursday. Kat is gushing to Chad about how well the carnival fundraiser went. And there are surely some stars in Kat's eyes, but Chad kind of notices the chemistry and also decides, nope, this is way too soon. He cannot indeed suppose about courting. And I suppose he needs check, and I suppose he needs further time. So I wonder if he's going to just suppose this to himself or say it out loud to Kat. Hopefully he'll say it out loud. Maggie Horton Kiriakis pleads with Xander to show some grace to the people who did him dirty. And I suppose she's laying root for him to forgive Sarah, who obviously at some point he's going to find out about. Jack Jr. wants to be with Gabby, but she's fighting with him this week because she's still veritably frenetic about those pesky murder allegations. Bo Brady's return, admissions, and adoption news. Days of Our Lives Week 1 suspensors. We're going to wind up Week 1 on Friday, April 25th, with a big Bo update that's going to make Sean Brady veritably happy. Belle makes a concession to EJ. And I'm not sure what day it's going to be this week. So that's why I've got it down then in Friday. But Chanel Dupree is thrilled to tell Johnny that Amy said they can borrow her grandbaby. But on Friday we're gonna see Johnny distrusting himself. Meanwhile, Paulina Price is thrilled with the relinquishment news, and she and Chanel have a big old sweet mama son moment, and Jada Hunter tells Rafe Hernandez that they should just walk down. Effects need to be over between them. Days of Our Lives spoilers: Rafe's camera, EJ's secrets, and Sarah's exposure. Going into the coming week, April 28th through May 2nd, big stuff. Within these 2 weeks, we should eventually see what Rafe captured on his not-so-hidden camera. That was the worst camera caching I've ever seen. I don't know if they just didn't have a small enough thing to use as a camera. I mean, it was literally huge and sitting right there in plain sight. How do the police come to probe the firing and didn't see that huge thing hanging off that thing that was on the table? Anyway, question is, did Rafe catch the shooter on camera, or just EJ looking at the shooter and hearing the projectile and also him going down? Because the angle is veritably important and it may not have been at quite the right spot. Days of Our Lives, will EJ lie? We'll find out if EJ waking up will affect the relinquishment, and if Chanel can move Johnny that he's ready to be a pater and will be a good bone. Obviously, EJ saw who shot him, and the police are going to want to know who's the malefactor because they're still following up leads, and EJ could unmask the sap. He could lie and charge notoriety who didn't do it. Or he could just pretend like he doesn't flash back because he may have a reason to hold back. Obviously, we're really close to chancing out if our leaker was correct and it was little Rachel who fired the gun. Days of Our Lives spoilers: Bo and Amp, Hope countdown. Word is going to spread about the great news about Bo, and we're on a preamble to him and Hope Brady being in city in just a many weeks. Sean may feel bad that Rafe got ditched, but feel a little better because that means Sean has another chance with Jada. And I wonder if Holly is going to turn around and ask Doug Williams 3 to the hop since Tate is taking Sophia. And of course, the big question, how long until Sarah's fractured for helping cover up what Philip did? Looks like Alex and Stephanie may cover for her. And of course, Philip also did, but that obviously isn't going to last ever. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.